Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's a very long time. It's been a long time I've posted, guys. Things have been happening. Anyways, welcome back to my channel to get ready from your favorite finance lady. If this is your first time seeing this beautiful face, welcome to my channel. I'm Ritom. I make personal finance content and lifestyle videos. So if you're interested in any of this, please stick around. So today I'll be talking about our 1 year update in Australia. Yeah, it's 1 year already. It's time moves very fast. For those that have been following me from when I basically started my channel or from when I relocated to Australia, you will know that I'm sure you have followed all the process, how we moved in. You've seen our videos and all of that. I'm gonna insert like a clip of when we moved in and all of that. And yeah, so it's already 1 year. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly. I've seen summer, I've seen winter, I've seen a lot of things, and I can say that to the general updates, if I ask myself like, how was it for the past 1 year? Are you happy? Are you okay? Did you make the good decision to move to Australia? I will say yes. I made a 6-month update 6 or 7 months ago, I think, and everything I said in the 6-month update is still the same thing. Nothing has changed. Things are better in some aspects, why things are not worse, but things are not too good in some aspects. I'm going to explain everything to you. But in the average, how is Australia? Australia is good, Australia is okay, Australia is nice, and that's it. Before I go further, guys, I'm not an immigration consultant. I am not an immigration consultant. All the immigration videos I've made are basically from my experience, how I relocated and all of that. And I did everything myself. Like, I did not contact any agent. So I processed everything. Like, we processed, myself and my family processed everything ourselves. So most of the content I give you guys are based on my experience, you know, and all of that, and also based on my research. So I'm not an immigration consultant. I don't help people to migrate to Australia. I don't help people to process any type of visa or anything. So because I've been seeing your emails, I've been seeing your DMs, life have been happening to me, and I really don't have time to like reply all messages, DMs, emails, and all of that. So I've been very busy. In general, I would just say that life has been happening to me. I'm not in a very good state right now. I've just been stressed and all of that. So that's why I've not been posting. The last time I posted was like maybe a month ago or 3 weeks ago, because I really don't have that time. So I'm so sorry if I've not replied your DMs, your messages. Some people I do reply them, because once I come online and I see your messages instantly, I reply. For some, I'm so sorry. I'll take my time to like reply. Like today I'm not really working, so I have the time for myself. So after making this video, I'll take my time to like reply all your messages. So apologies if I have not replied your messages, and if you feel that I've ignored you, I am so sorry. Please, thank you. Let's go straight into the video. So first of all, I'll talk about how do I see Australia now. I would say how I saw Australia before 1 year ago is the same way I see Australia now. Australia is still okay. Australia is still great. We are in Melbourne. We stay in Melbourne. So one of the reasons why we chose Melbourne is because Melbourne is was rated as the most livable city in 2021 or 2022. I'm not sure. And that was one of the reasons. We really don't know people in Melbourne. We just read online stuff about Melbourne. Melbourne is great. Melbourne is this. Melbourne is not as expensive as Sydney, you know, all those kind of good things we read about Melbourne. That was one of the reasons why we chose Melbourne, and it has been okay. I've not really regretted anything. I'm going to break down a lot of things to you guys, but in general, that was one of the reasons why we moved to Melbourne. So it's not because we knew somebody or we had something about Melbourne. We just read online, watched a lot of YouTube videos, and that was why we chose Melbourne. And Melbourne has been good so far, guys. Like, it has been great. No regrets, yeah. So what other thing again? Australia is very big. It's a whole continent on its own, so it's really massive. It's huge, and it's cool because it has low crime rates. I've never heard of. I've been in this country for 1 year, and trust me, guys, I've never heard of any crazy crime stuff like that. Like, things are just peaceful, low crime rates, great place, great. Over this 1 year I've been in this country, I'm going to tell you, I'm not coming here to come and lie or blab. Ever since I've been in Melbourne, I have never seen any snake. One single snake. I've not seen snakes. I've not seen any spiders that look strange to me. Normal spiders I see is normal house spiders. which we also have spider back home in Nigeria. So I've never seen any spider that'll be like, oh, this is a crazy spider. No, I have not. I've never seen any animal that will make me like feel not safe, or no, I have not. So in general, when it comes to animals, it's cool. I've been to I've been to the reptile zoo, which is actually okay. I saw a lot of reptiles. That's where I saw snakes, and I saw kangaroo, and I saw koala. I saw a lot of nice animals, like normal animals, maybe not dangerous, I'm not sure, but I've seen a lot of, I touched kangaroo, and it was cool. I posted the video, like if you've not watched the video, go and watch it. And so that's what I can say. And Australia, or let me just narrow it down to Melbourne. Melbourne is a very lovely place. If you're looking forward to coming to Australia and you're not sure about the state you want to come into, please come to Melbourne. Melbourne is a very cool place, trust me. Even when it comes to accommodation, don't let me go far. Don't let me give you all the gist at once. Let me just break it down. But like in general, Australia is great. Melbourne is cool. We don't regret our decision. Affordable lifestyle, cool, smooth, and that is it. So the next one is I'm going to talk about the cost of living. You see this one, I need to drink water. I need to drink water to explain cost of living. So when we moved into the country, when people are always saying that Australia is expensive, we're like, oh, this place is okay now. Like, even when my husband have not started working, with just my salary, we're able to like afford basic lifestyle, like basic life stuff, pay rent, feed, afford one or two things, even buy a car. So it wasn't really, we're not really feeling that Australia is expensive stuff, that vibe, no, we weren't. We did not know that because we are newcomers. So after this 1 year, I can say that cost of living has increased. It has shot up. Everything is just going up. And I'm like, what? Okay, so first of all, minimum wage has increased from, as of last year, the minimum wage was around $21.38 to now the minimum wage is $23.23. So from $21 to $23, which is okay. So it's increased by $2. You see that $2 increase in minimum wage? Oh my God, you destroyed a lot of things. Everything moved up. Cost of apartments or cost of housing costs moved up. Feeding moved up. A lot of things just went up. But the good thing is, no matter how inflation or how things just keep rising, I still feel like, in general, I still feel like people can still afford their lifestyle normally. That's what I feel. Because me, my family, as an example, when the minimum wage increased, my husband salary increased, my salary increased, you know, every other thing was okay. And apartments, if I tell you the cost of apartments, I made a video of how much it costs, 4-bedroom apartments in my area, how much it costs. I think then I made the video, it was around $430. But let me just say the average 4-bedroom house, so let me use apartment, 4-bedroom house costs around $410 to $420. Yeah, or $430. Let me say $410 to $430 per week. Yes, the cost of 4-bedroom house. But now, if you don't have minimum of $450, $470, $480, even up to $500, you cannot even afford a 4-bedroom apartment. Yes, guys. Yes, and my area is actually very affordable. There are some areas that are more expensive, but my area is actually affordable, and this is the price. So yeah, I think that's the effect of inflation. So just imagine, normal 4-bedroom last year was average of $420. Now we're looking at $460, $470, which is actually crazy. Now let's go down to food. I feel in general, right, food is still okay. Yeah, maybe it increased with 1 or 2 cents, but I think it's okay. The cost of egg is still like $2. Bread is still like $3. So those basic things, I think food is still okay. Food did not really shoot up like that. The cost of food is still, food item is still fair. I'm not talking about African food though, African food stuff. African food stuff is a different story entirely. But when you talk about the normal food stuff, I think it's still okay. It's still average. It's nothing to worry about. Like an average person living in Australia can afford to buy food if you work, so it's not a problem. Clothing and other things, I feel it's still okay. It has not really gone up like that. Clothing, you can still afford 1 or 2 things to backload. But when it comes to insurance, I feel like my husband's car insurance has increased as well with, I think, $10, which I'm really worried. Like, if you see my husband's car, if it's not even like one of the latest cars, like, why the insurance increased? But anyways, insurance increased. My car insurance did not increase, which I was a little surprised. But yeah, health insurance did not increase. It still remains the same. We're still paying the same health insurance monthly. And what other thing again? Yeah, so I think the other things are still like average, are still there. Nothing, no really, there is no massive increase, so it's still fair. So that's what I can say. You see, this next one I'm going to talk about, oh my god, childcare. Guys, childcare is the one that shocked me. Like, it shocked me, guys. As a last, no, what was even last year? So when I'm even talking about last year, guys, new year in Australia is July. So July is a new financial year in Australia. So when I'm talking about last year, I'm talking about from July 2022 to June 2023. That's our last year. So last year, or last financial year in Australia, we're paying around $125 for childcare. So my son goes to childcare just once in a week, and we pay $125. Only for them to tell us last week that it has increased to $140. From $125 to $140, and we don't have subsidy because we're on work visa. So that's why I always encourage people, like, this work visa thing is now, it's not a scam now, like because you don't get subsidy for a lot of things, and it's sad. I can't be paying $125. I'm struggling to pay $125, and now you're telling me to pay $140. No way. So I've withdrawn my baby from the childcare, and now it goes to family daycare. So family daycare is basically like yes, daddy. So my child now attends family daycare, which I pay average of $80 a day, which makes so much sense. So now it goes to family daycare even more. It goes to family daycare like 3 times in a week, and we pay the average of $80 per day, which is okay. And I get to go to the office more often, and which is actually very good. So coming into a new country, or if you're coming to Australia, it's better for you to just come as a permanent resident, because as a permanent resident you're entitled to subsidy, and which makes so much sense. Yeah, so that's it about family daycare. And yeah, in general, I think that's it about cost of living. So the next thing is update at work. How is work going? Are you enjoying work? Is there any issue at work? Well, on the average, I would just say, work is just there. There are good days and there are bad days. For the past 2 months, they're like my bad days at work. I'm not really happy. I'm not really too good at work because of 1 or 2 issues, but it's okay. Like, this is just life. Sometimes you have to pass through a lot of challenges, and all of that. So there are just a lot of things, talking about the culture, the work culture. The work culture is great, but not all parts. Like, some parts are great and some parts are not so good. But it's okay. Also talking about people, like I have less Africans in my workplace, which I wasn't bothered at first, but sometimes you need someone to talk to when you have 1 or 2 issues. I have other people, like other African countries, but we're not too much. We're just very few people. Then coming down, talking about Nigerians, like, I feel I'm the only Nigerian. Like, I'm the only Nigerian in my office. I've never seen any other Nigerian. Maybe there might be, and I don't know. But for this past 1 year, I'm the only Nigerian. There's sometimes, like, at work, you just need someone to just say, "Afa, how you day?" You just need someone to just vibe with, speak your normal Nigerian pidgin English. Man, nobody. Nobody in my office that I've seen that are Nigerians that can, like, rapport, speak the normal Nigerian language. They just, man, it's one of the things that's not making me feel the job. That's one of the, I feel it's kind of one of the disadvantage for me as a Nigerian. There are Nigerians everywhere, trust me. It's because of it's a 9 to 5, and most Nigerians do 9 to 5. That's the truth. Most Nigerians do they do other 9 to 5, but maybe not in my sector, like auditor, like maybe less Nigerians. And my company too as well. I have most other Nigerians in other companies that are also auditors, But for me, in my office, I'm not really seeing any other Nigerians. So, but the other African people, other African countries, cool, chilled guys. You know, if I have any issues, I actually see someone to talk to, and they're amazing people. But see, Nigerians, if I've been with my fellow Nigerian at work, no. For now, I would say I'm the only Nigerian, you know, in my office, and it's just there. Talking about the stress of work too is something that is discouraging me. It's so stressful. Like, when I come back from work, I get to work extra hours. I don't really have time for my baby, time for my family, and I know it's a foreign country. Like, you don't have like sisters or siblings or neighbors to talk to, but it's just if you are kind of lonely. So like, that's what I'm experiencing now. That's one of the issues I'm passing through, and that's why I've not been posting, because I've been very tired. Even weekends that I need to, like, you know, do YouTube video rest, I get to think of work. Mentally, I'm not fine. Having one or two challenges at work and all of that. So it's just life, you know, life happening. All these things is still something that I would still experience if I was back home in Nigeria. But maybe I won't really feel it that much, because issues happen. Like, sometimes things doesn't go well, you know, but at least in Nigeria, you have your people to back you up and say, guy, no worry, and everything go do all right. But yeah. So the person that can tell me, don't worry, everything go do all right, is maybe my husband in that pidgin language. But anyway, Sha, no, it's all good. But it's okay. The job pays the bill. I cannot afford to resign. Oh yeah, now. No, but a lot of people have been resigning. A lot of people on this work visa resign. If you don't like the company, you can actually resign. But you will need to get another job in the next 2 months. Make your visa no go cancel. So that's the way it works. If you're not feeling if you're on a work visa and you're not feeling your company, if you don't have any contract that binds you to that company, so like you must work in that company, if you don't have that kind of clause or that kind of contract, you can actually resign and get another similar job, you know, in another company. And yeah, I've seen most people do that. Most people just resign and get another less stressful company, you know, that kind of stuff. But I still feel that there's stress everywhere, there's issues everywhere, you understand? Just because you're going to a new place might be better, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to face challenges. I don't know if you're feeling me, guys. But so that's it. So when it comes to work, on the average, work is just there. I'm not going to say work is great, I'm not going to say work is too bad. It's just there, and for now I'm not really feeling it because it's stressful and it's draining, and that is it. So the next thing is updates. In my 6-month update, I talked about our finances, our investments, our savings. It's better now. Like, things are better now. We get to save more, have, you know, better investment. Life is way better. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Life is just, it's just okay. It's just great. Australia is a very good choice. So the next one is visa update, or you call it visa update. So our visa update is still the same thing. We are still on 482 visa. We have not changed, but now we are looking for, because now there's no, like, we're not really feeling this 482 visa. The good thing is that the new immigration update is that I think after 1 year on the 482 visa, you can apply directly. It's a direct route to PR, I think so. But that's what we're working on. We're working on, like, getting our PR, trying to do the skill assessment and all those other things. So just the way you're applying for PR outside the country, we are also doing the same thing here. So that's the plan. Fingers crossed. You know, we just pray that everything works well and we get the visa maybe sometimes next year. But like, that's the updates. Nothing biggie. So the next thing is I think I've talked about general things. So let's go down to the deep question. Not really deep question, the bad side. Why I don't like Australia. So I don't know. One thing I don't like about Australia, which is glaring, is Australia is expensive. So international schools are expensive. Master's program is expensive. Like, if you want to study in this country, you must have money. You know, it's not like other countries that will be like, okay, I have one small money, I can patch myself. You can't patch yourself here. No, when you come here, you figure it out. But applying from outside the country, like paying your deposit for school fees and all of that, man, school is expensive. I always tell people, and you people know, those that started the process, you know, those that are in the country, you already know that this country is very expensive when it comes to school fees. That school fees is crazy. Our master's program is 2 years, unlike the average master program outside other countries. It's just 1 year. In fact, in UK is 9 months, straight to the point, man. But yeah, it's 2 years. I don't know why. Maybe because of their curriculum is a bit different, but it's 2 years, and it's just expensive, man. It's so expensive. When I hear the costs, you know, the cost of school fees, cost of visa application for students and all of that, I'm like, what? No, it's too expensive. And that's one thing I don't like about, you know, about Australia. Another thing I don't like about Australia is the fact that interstate flight is expensive. And it is because the country is huge. The country is big. It's a whole continent on its own. If I want to fly, the last year December, I flew from Melbourne to Newcastle, and I don't know how. I think I paid like $250 just for me and my baby. $250 to just fly. Like, it's too much. It's too much. So it's supposed to be like $50 or $30. I mean, like, you know, interstate flight should not be that expensive, but it is expensive. It is what it is because Australia is big. If you're moving from one point to another, you will drive hours. The country is very big, which is not their fault. The country is just big. But yeah, interstate flight is expensive, and most people. That is why I personally love road trip. I flew to Sydney in December. When I was coming back, I didn't that flight though. Road trip. It took me. I think we drove like 11 to 12 hours journey. Yeah, from Newcastle close to Sydney to Melbourne took like 12 hours. Yeah, drive. It was fun. Trust me, it was fun. It was great, but it was just too long. And it was not because of the cost of flight. It was just like a lifetime experience. Like, I really want to do this road trip and see how it is and that kind of stuff, and which is great. And I think it's encouraged this flight expenses or increase in flight ticket encourages people to do road trip, which is actually great. Trust me, it is great. And that's the end of the video, and that's the 1 year update. So I've giving you guys a summary of everything. So in general, Australia is great. This is 1 year. I'm looking forward to more years in this country. And another question, oh, I forgot to say, am I missing home? I am not missing home. I am not missing home. Am I missing my family? Yeah, maybe, but we connect most of the time on phone. So, and my siblings are not like in Nigeria. Most of them are scattered all over the world. So I am not really missing home, because home is now bad now. There are a lot of crazy things happening in Nigeria, and it's really sad. Like, I even feel for people that are even struggling back home. So I'm not feeling home I'm not missing home, and I'm not looking forward to going home anytime soon. Yeah, because I just came here. This is just 1 year. So what am I? It's as if I just left yesterday. So maybe after 3 years in this country or 5 years, I can say, okay, I want to go home. I'm missing home. But yeah, I'm not going to say I'm missing home, because some people can say, oh, are you not missing African food or Nigerian food? No, there is Nigerian food here. In fact, as of last week, somebody gave us fresh bitter leaf. Like, I've never seen. Okay, the first time I saw fresh bitter leaf was in Sydney, in my brother's house. My brother planted fresh bitter leaf in his house, and that was the last time I saw fresh bitter leaf. So, like last month, my husband's friend brought fresh bitter leaf, and I'm like, what? So there's nothing we cannot see in this country. I've seen yam, I've seen F4, I've seen a wedu, I've seen a lot of fresh leaves. Like, I'm not even missing a country at all. We eat Nigerian food like every day. Yeah, if we want to buy Nigerian food, because before I was like, okay, food stuff is generally African food stuff is expensive, Nigerian food stuff is expensive, but when you're working and you have the money, you can afford it. So I'm not really missing anything. I'm not really missing any specific food. No, I eat Nigerian food. In fact, I'm tired of eating Nigerian food. I want to try other country food. I want to try other people's food, and I've tasted the good and the bad, but it's still okay. It's still okay. Like, I have an open mind. I really don't mind. Next thing I want to try is Indian. We have a lot of Indians here, and I kind of stay in Indian community. My neighbors are all Indian, so I'm looking forward to trying Indian meals. And guys, so that's it. As you can see, I'm still shining. Even when life is happening to me, it's not still bringing me down. I'm still okay. I still look strong. I'm still happy. I'm stressed because of work and taking care of my baby. My husband is also stressed because he's working and taking care of our baby, but it's a joint effort. It's a good thing. And yeah, we love this country. And so guys, that's it. If you've enjoyed this video so far, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video. I will try my best to post more videos and more updates. So I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed and beautiful and handsome. Bye.